Recording. All right, everybody. Happy Friday, TGIF. My name is Jackie Lawrence, and I live in Nebraska, in Papillion, Nebraska. Robin Eddy is my sponsor, and I have been a Zyia rep since February 3rd of 2019. So my third year is coming up. Super excited. Before I forget, in February, it is Zyia's 5th anniversary. So February is going to be off the chain, you guys. So what we're doing now, and what I do want to talk about mainly today, is what we're doing now is going to set us up not only for a great team building and hopefully commission check this month, but also setting us up for January when Zyia usually launches their incentive trip. I don't know anything about an incentive trip. I'm just going off of what they've done the last few years. But then February is their 5th anniversary, and they're going to be doing some amazing things. So what we're doing now is going to blow us up in January and February, not just what we're doing now. Does that make sense? You've always heard, you know, plant the seeds, plant the seeds, plant the seeds. Well, it kind of like goes in one ear and out the other sometimes, but it's really important to understand that planting the seeds is not just something to say. It takes time, you guys. It takes time to build relationships. And I remember I never know where I hear this, but I know Robin had mentioned this just casually in some team group Zoom we did at some time in the last few years. Something stuck with me, and she said, if you don't like people, this is not the right business for you. This is a relationship business. So it's not about reaching out and saying, I have joggers on sale, I want you to buy them. And if you do, I love you. And if you don't, I'm done with you. I mean, it's about building relationships and that trust. And so what we're going to talk about today is spending that time building relationships and how much time that takes. And if you've been in sales, or if you know anything about marketing and commercials and how those work, the first time someone sees something, they don't even notice it. The second time someone sees something, they barely notice it. It takes a lot of touch points for our shoppers, even family members, to really key into what we're saying and to really believe that we really have a business. It takes multiple touch points, and that means talking about it, wearing and sharing it, having it on, having it part of your life, always asking them to join your VIP group or to check out your link or to host a party, multiple touch points. And it's not that they're doing it on purpose. It's just human nature and how we take in information, especially nowadays, the way that our attention spans are and the way that marketing is. For those of us that are, old enough, that didn't grow up with TikTok and Snapchat and all the things, commercials used to be like long stories. Commercials, even on TV, used to be long stories. People don't even watch commercials anymore because we're streaming and doing Apple and Netflix and all that. But now the commercials have to be a blink of an eye, because they know people's attention spans are so short. And so I want you to understand that during this time, all of your people are going to love you and they're going to support you eventually. And so what we do now is going to set us up not only for the end of this month, which is crazy good, to get us through the holiday season and to set us up for January and February. Everyone agree? Yes. Every now and then send me a thumbs up or a heart so I know that you're there. I see you, Jill. Okay, so I want you to make sure that you are plugged into the Connect, Uplift, Empower Facebook group, and then also trickling down into your uplines groups if he or she has them, because Megan posted a live last night, and I have to shine the light on it again. We have an amazing team. I want to have a Zyia business, even if I don't get free stuff from my upline, right? I want to sell and build a respectable online shop. even if no one gives me free leggings or no one gives me a shopping spree. That's also what I want to share with you. And I actually have goosebumps right now because it's so, um, it's so great, you guys, to get to that place where you want to promote your shop and to build your customer base, even if nobody's watching, even if nobody's rewarding you, even if nobody's giving you that carrot. And I know a lot of us are carrot chasers, and that is okay. And we work really well in this company, in this business, if we're carrot chasers. And that just means that we like to run for goals, and that's awesome. But we don't need it, but we get it all the time. So thank you, Megan and Mariah, as well. I want to make sure that I want to make sure that you know that this is huge, you guys. Starting today is a PV shopping spree challenge. And Megan, as well as probably some of your uplines maybe as well, have shared a tracker with little bubbles. And basically the gist of it is you want to sell $1,000 between now and next Friday. And there's a tracker there that you can use. Fill those bubbles in. One bubble is $100 each. Fill those in. Once you fill a card of $1,000, message Megan or post under the announcement post in Connect, Uplift, Empower, and you will be entered to win a shopping spree. And it's not even like a set shopping spree, it's $500 to any store that you choose. The second winner will get $250 to any store that you choose. And what's great too, you guys, if you fill a card, you can start over and you can fill another card and you can fill another card. A lot of uplines are also piggybacking off of that. So you not only are entered into the Connect, Uplift, Empower group, but also possibly into your upline and possibly another upline, and so on as our teams are growing. So what do you do? And this is where I want you to join in if you can in the chat. What do you do to increase your volume? What is something that we can do to increase your volume? The first thing that I want to, again, because these coffee chats, there might be someone brand new. And this month, October, and then again in November, we've had so many things, right? We've had so many challenges and prizes and incentives and bonuses and additions to starter kits and hostess rewards. And there's so much. And so sometimes for me personally, if there's too much, I get a little bit stuck. If I don't know what to do, I don't do it. And so you're not alone if that happens, when you're like, I don't even know what to do because there's so much awesome stuff to share. Just pick one and share one first, and then the rest will come. But for anyone that is new, what we like to make sure that we repeat is to keep things simple. Regardless of all of the challenges and incentives and promos from our home office, all the things, we want to reach out. And that means reaching out to new people, new hostesses. Reach out again to family and friends. Of all times of the year, right now is an amazing time and a unique time to be able to reach out to your family and friends and say, hey, I know that you've been watching me and I know that you know I have an online shop, but I really want you to take a look this month. It's a great time to purchase things for the holidays. Our exchange and return window has been extended. Everyone is purchasing gifts, and I would really love for you to shop at my shop. And I'm really, really honest about that, guys. I'm not, it's not a hobby for me. It's not a side gig. I don't use any of that language. I don't use any of that verbiage because I want people to know that, hey, I'm serious and I want you to come into my shop. And if I had a corner boutique in your small town, I'd want you to come in. I'd want you to come in and check it out, walk around, bring your girlfriends, see what I have, go to the back of the store, check the clearance rack. I would love for you to do that. And if you don't know how to get here, I can show you how to get here. And I'm going to send you a link to show you how to get here. Treat it like a brick and mortar shop. Treat it like a brick and mortar shop. If you paid for fixed cost with a brick and mortar shop in your town, you would not be sitting behind that desk hoping and praying people came in. You would be, if you couldn't afford to advertise, you'd be standing outside and you would be talking to the people walking by, and you would want them to come in. You would fix a window display to catch their eye, to bring them in. You would post signs with sales and specials to have them come in. So think of it like that when we think of our online shop. And so when we reach out, we are the person that has the online boutique, and we want to reach out and bring them and all of their girlfriends into our shop. We want to party. We will talk about this forever, because the party is where we sell. The party is where we share. The party is where we find our new hostesses, which continue to keep our businesses going. And it's the places that we find our brand new team members that are just waiting for us. How many of you have done a party and you're just doing your party like you normally have, and you have a rep, or not a rep, you have a guest that's just standing out in your party, and she's liking things and she's asking questions, and maybe she's funny, maybe she's participating in everything. And you offer that opportunity of Zyia hosting a party maybe first, and then eventually repping the brand. And she says yes, and you had never met her before. That is how it goes. That's where you find your new team members. It's really not going to be your sister most of the time. It's really not going to be your best friend most of the time. And I share this all, I've shared it a couple of times, but I want to put this in perspective. I am loved and respected by my family. I'm super lucky because I have, my first cousin is Robin Eddy. My first cousin is Amy Kriegler. My first cousin is Megan Buman, who is also on my team. But I'll share something. My husband's family is the best family, hands down, other than mine, but his family is the best, hands down, as far as loving and supportive and all of that stuff. And there are 139 of us in the immediate family. 139. All of us live in the Omaha area except for 2 families. In the past almost 3 years, now 5 gals have bought one thing each. And that's all. And I still love them and they still love me, but I can't expect them to purchase from me. I can't expect them to join my team. It's not their thing. It isn't. With all of those people, it isn't. And so I can't wait for them to like it. I can't wait for them to purchase. I have moved on. And I still wear and I share and I do my thing, but I am moving on, and I am moving on outside of my town. I want outside of my state. I want to reach out to so many people. And the only way that I can do that is to party and to be fun and offer that rep opportunities. So reaching out for parties, and I'm going to talk about that too on the call. Following up, there's so many ways to follow up, that the fortunes in the follow-up, and then of course recruiting, like I said. All of these things are going to set us up for 2022. So I talked to my team in a video. I don't know when it was, girls. I don't know if any of you caught it, some of you that are on here, but I talked about keeping the reach out simple, because again, we have so many things to talk about and to share, and why someone would want to host a party. And I promise you, if you are honest and clear and share your heart, more people will not only respond, but more people will say yes. So when you are reaching out to new people, whether it's on Facebook, people that like your stories, past hostesses, past party guests, keep it really, really simple. And I basically say, hey, I would love to run an online event for you. You get free and half price stuff. Actually, this month, you get some bonuses, which is super, super cool. And to be quite honest, I want to meet new people, and that's how I meet new people. You see how simple that is? I want to run an online party with you. It's so simple. You would get free credits, half price items. You also get bonuses this month because we have extras that you actually get just for having parties. And I have to be honest, I want to meet new people. I love meeting new people. It's how I grow my shop. And so I would love for you to introduce me to new people. I promise to take care of them. It's as simple as that. If you go into all the things, in my opinion, if you go into all the pillars of Zyia, which are fantastic, if you go into all the different levels of bonuses and how much you can get as far as those pre-launch items, the double hostess credits, all the things, it's just too much for people and it seems complicated. So simplify it. I want to run an online event with you. You get free stuff, half price things, and there's bonus items too. And I have to be honest, I want to meet new people. And that's how I do it, is on in parties. So keep it super, super simple. Any questions about that? Or does anybody reach out and ask in a different way? This is a chat, not a lecture, not a training. Anyone want to hop in? Anyone want to pop in and share what you do as far as reaching out, asking for parties? And if not, that is okay too. No. Okay. Let's see. What else was I going to talk about? I was going to talk about, it escapes me. Parties. Oh, I know what I was going to talk about. Okay. So we're talking about getting set up in now for January and February. And I'm not overlooking December, but I just know the time frame that it takes to nurture those relationships and to build trust. Because again, if you reach out to someone one time and they don't answer or they say no, and you never reach out to them again, they feel kind of used. So you want to nurture those relationships. If you guys can go ahead and mute, check your mute buttons, guys. Okay, that would be awesome. So build trust. It takes time. You have to talk to people more than once, because if they don't say yes right away and you never talk to them, they really are going to feel used. And when you reach out, again, get to the point. I have a lot of direct sales friends and family in my life, and many just haven't quite figured it out. And they will reach out and I won't have talked to them for like 3 or 4 months, which is okay and normal, but then they'll reach out and they will just text, hey Jackie, how are you doing? How's Dave? What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? Are you getting together? Did you go on any vacations last summer? On and on and on. And then, hey, I'm running a special this month, and if you purchase XYZ, then you get this for free. And it's like, wow, okay. So guys, don't do that. Make the connection with a sentence or two, and then ask them to host an online event. And before I forget, if you can use voice messenger, or if you have an iPhone and you can use the voice, I don't know how to do it on Samsung. Your voice is more powerful than your product. Your voice is what they're going to connect to. They might not connect with your calendar and what dates you have open for a party. They might not connect with the amazing leggings that you're selling, but they're going to connect with you. And the only way that they connect with you is if you stand out and if you share your voice so they can hear your passion, your excitement. You know what? It's okay for them to hear your shaky voice. It's okay for them to hear your nerves. It's okay for you to say, oh my gosh, I think my voice is shaking. I'm kind of nervous, but I really want to ask you to run an online event with me. I mean, it's okay to be honest and share that it's something that you really want to do, but gosh, you know, you're kind of nervous about it, but you're going to do it anyway because you really want to meet new people. And the more direct and honest you can be, the better. And talking about time and relationships and nurturing those and building and planting the seeds and harvesting, I strongly encourage us all. I'm doing it as well. I have to do this as well. Reach out to every single person that your sweet voice can reach out to soon. Whether you've already reached out to them, you've never reached out to them, they've answered you or not, because if they don't answer you, or if they say no, now is November, what, 12th? You probably won't reach out to them during the holiday time. Maybe it would be the right time depending upon the situation. But come January is going to be the perfect time to reach back out to all of the people that you have reached out to on November 12th or 13th or 14th. It's going to be the perfect time to say, hey, Julie, I know I sent you a message back in November. I hope you had a great holiday. I just want to let you know I have this going on for January. You see what I'm saying? It's going to give them enough time to kind of bank on whether you really want to have a relationship or you just want to have a sale. You have to give them a little bit of time in the middle to believe you. And so the more people we can reach out to now, the more yeses we're going to find now, but also all of those people are going to be ready to be reached out to again for that second or third or fourth touch point in January and February. And again, Zyia usually announces a trip incentive, and it does usually happen in January. It usually runs for a few months, and it usually is based on parties, team members added, and sales volume. So we want to do everything now to blast our doors open during this holiday season and all the amazing things that Zyia is offering. But also, I am so excited about January. So reach out to every single person now, knowing I'm going to get 100 no's, but I'm going to have 100 people to follow up with in January that are going to realize, wow, she really did want to host a party with me. Wow, she really is still selling Zyia. Does that make sense? Yes, let me read these. I didn't read these, sorry. This old PC, for those of you that didn't hear me, I'm on a 2007 PC. Oh gosh, no problem, Denise. I don't even know who was talking. Sherry has shared in the chats. I feel like I get potential new reps right to the finish line and then they don't cross over. So many of them, I know it's supposedly not me, but I'm starting to think it is. Any advice? Gosh, you know, Sherry, that it's always pretty individualized. It is hard to kind of vaguely answer those things. If I was your sponsor, and I can even now, I would ask what your process is. You know, how have you, when you say that you have been getting potential new reps to that finish line, do they share an objection? Because what we want to do is we want to fish for those objections. We want them to tell us why they
not that organized, but Caitlin is.
We want them to tell us why it won't work, because we can find that solution for them. So I would ask, if I was talking with you one-on-one, how are you sharing the opportunity, and then where do you feel, what is that finish line? Joanne, I think you might want to mute, or Joan, sorry, honey. Everyone check when you're on, just check, make sure that you're muted, because I don't want to go in and mute everybody. Thanks, honey. So again, I would ask, are you finding out their objections? So this is another thing, you guys, and to be quite honest, you got to get a little bit ballsy. You have to be a boss babe. You have to be a business owner. You have to think like a business owner. And so when someone says, no, I don't think I'm interested, take that deep breath. And again, voice messaging is awesome. If your voice is shaky, that is okay. But if you can say, thank you so much for getting back to me. Can I ask you, why is it not the right time? Or what are you feeling? Or like, put it out there. Like, if it's a really good friend, I've actually said, are you serious? Why? Are you serious? How come? Like, seriously, this is amazing. And you would have me. I would coach you. Like, I would be your partner every step of the way. Be as normal as possible. Be as normal as possible. You don't have to have anything specifically perfect to say. But again, when we are talking with people we don't know, that's different because we don't, if it's someone within a party, they've been a guest, or if it's a hostess and it's a hostess that you don't know very well, it is a puzzle because we don't know the dynamics in their home. We don't know their fears. We don't know their past experiences. We don't know what their accounts are how full their accounts are. And that's financially, spiritually, emotionally, physically. Not everyone shares how full or empty those accounts are. And so if you can think of yourself as a business coach, what you want to do is respectfully find out, without putting it into those words, but find out where they're at and what their objection is. If they don't have time, show them. Take a video of how you schedule posts in your VIP. Take a video of what Post My Party looks like. Show them the solution to not having time. If they say, well, I really can't afford it. You guys listening to this, I did not have ours was $395 at the time. Our kit was $395 and we got a $200 gift certificate. I didn't have $395, period. It went on a credit card and that was a credit card that was not being paid off. Okay. So I get when people say, well, I don't have $295. That's no joke. And so you want to have some empathy and compassion and say, I get it. So let me show you how you will earn that $295 back. If they say, I just don't have friends that will buy. That's a harder one because you don't know their life and maybe they're just not very nice and maybe they don't have a lot of friends. But I mean, seriously, there's some people that are not very supportive of other people. And so they don't get the same support as other people. But what you can say is, I can help you. And I can show you that it's actually not your family and friends. It is, it's people that we meet through parties just like you. Maybe she wasn't your friend or family member. So look for those objections. And if they're not giving you something specific, ask them. Just say, can you share with me why it feels like it isn't the right fit? And be quiet and let them answer. Okay. So I don't know if that helps or not. And Sherry, I would be happy to talk with you one-on-one and go through that if you want to. You can message me on Facebook. I don't have all the answers or all the tricks. Basically, I am just honest. And my belief is out of this world because of what I've seen within my team and how it has blessed so many people in so many different ways. And I feel that I'm in a great position to know so many stories, to hear so many stories, to be able to relay those stories. And so what I would say to you is, maybe if your story isn't amazing to share, first of all, everyone's story is amazing. But if you don't feel like it's impactful, that it will make a difference in sharing what Zyia can give to a person or a family, borrow someone else's story. You can borrow my story. You can borrow anyone's story and you can share that story with someone once you understand what their objection is, because there's usually a fear of some sort. And it's money, time, and failure. And those are the big fears. And so we want to help them work through that. Keep on going, you guys. I talked to one of my reps yesterday, and I won't mention her name. And I talked to another rep today. Both of them are not brand new, and they have been riding the coaster, of direct sales, and they have a team, and they have people that quit, and they have VIP groups that are silent sometimes. They have VIP groups that purchase sometimes. And again, these are two separate people that did not talk to each other. They have separate stories. Both of them were talking about getting started again, and the fear of getting started again, and not knowing what to do, and wanting to, and not wanting to miss the train, basically, and loving the team, loving the community, but need to kind of have a relaunch, a spark. And we're doing that with both of them, and it's working. And both of them know that it is okay to ride through those coasters of direct sales. And it's never too late. This is the time to, like I said, ask every single person you can to party. Ask every single person you can to purchase. And so let's talk about the volume ideas too. Let's see. Oh, sorry, I'm not paying attention to the chat. Julie says, one thing to remember is that too often people listen to respond and not to understand. Yes, thank you so much. We do. We need to listen to understand. We don't want to ask people to party or to purchase just for that yes. We want to ask people to party or to purchase to listen to why they can or they can't, and to practice that pause, and to think of them with empathy, and to help them figure out that, yeah, you can party, I can help you. Yeah, you can purchase, and if you can't afford it, let's party. Okay. Volume ideas, though, there's going to be lots of different volume ideas, I'm sure. I'm not paying attention to the time. 12:36. I'll wrap this up soon, and then we can open it up for questions. Megan shared a bubble tracker in Connect, Uplift, Empower. I know my sponsor, Robin Eddy, did the same. I did the same. Use that bubble tracker or anything like that in your VIP group. You can create any kind of little tracker, any visual for your VIPs. You can have every single bubble equal $25 in sales or $50 in sales, or whatever you want to do, depending upon the pulse of your VIP group. And once you fill that up, you give away a prize. We have so many opportunities to be able to earn rewards and prizes ourselves right now that you could maybe use to gift your VIPs. It's kind of like the leggings challenge, the jogger challenges, the bomber bra challenges. Just giving your VIPs a visual of sales tracking, purchase tracking is powerful. I know I have been using, and a lot of team members have been using, the race to rewards. There are some graphics out there. And there are 3 bubbles, and the first 3, or the next 3, however you want to word it, to purchase $67 will be entered to win the double hostess credits. Right now it's $40 in credits, the 2 half off, and then the bonus accessory. Because for those of you that haven't seen that, if you have 3 bubbles of $67, if you put that in a party, that is a $200 party, and you can spin to win and give those hostess rewards and credits out. And I have gals that are starting on their 3rd race to win card. So if you want that, let us know, and we can share that as well. Mystery hostess parties, of course, are awesome. I would suggest having shortened mystery hostess parties. Do a mystery hostess party now through Sunday. Push those sales, get those sales in, so those that are shopping are not waiting till that last minute. Or you can wait and do one all week long, snag those new releases that are coming out Wednesday. Again, because we want to fill our PV shopping spree bubble trackers. Also, another idea that some of us forget, a lot of us have Post My Party template that we use in our parties. If you haven't already, run your template in your VIP group every now and then. Run a party within your VIP group. It not only gives you scheduled posts, constant posts, reviews, things that maybe you haven't shared before. I don't know about you, but I forget to go back and share the bomber bra unless there's a new one, or I forget to go back and share, I don't know what I would forget to share. I can't remember, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? So our Post My Party or Scent Share, whatever you use, if you use a third-party scheduler, is loaded with all of our staples. And if you are looking to fill your VIP group with content and eye-catching things, run your party in your VIP group. It works every now and then. Also, first of all, any questions? Does anybody want to unmute and question, because we are at what time? 12:40. I feel like I've been talking a lot. Surprise, surprise. Anyone?
Jackie, I have a question.
Yes. Hi, Brittany.
Hi. I would love to hear how you talk about the rep opportunity in your parties. So in my party, I kind of save it at the back burner on a Sunday and a post goes up. But how throughout the week do you incorporate that and say kind of what you do and how you do and make it more about kind of this is your business rather than just like a fun thing?
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely, and again, I share it as a business, but I also make sure I do use the language of the opportunity of repping for a discount. My verbiage and wording is usually you can rep for a discount and get 25% off for you and your families at all times. Or maybe you want to earn a little bit of extra, or maybe you want to earn a lot of bit of extra. I just kind of, I share it often. And I usually open my parties on a Saturday, which means I invite my hostess on Saturday. I've already have a post in there saying welcome. It's kind of an open house. We're going to wait for all the gals to join us. On Sunday, I post a scheduled top 10 and a welcome and sort of the party guidelines. And then I always hop on live on Sunday. Our party always starts on Monday. And then my join my team post is on a Thursday. Because I like to share enough about Zyia. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night is when I talk about hosting a party and the benefits, because we have a lot of engagement and views on Wednesday because of new releases. So I like to talk about hosting a party. And then Thursday evening is when I talk about joining my team. But I think what's most important, so let me focus here. On Thursday in my post, I'm pretty ballsy. I share photos of fun team stuff. And if you don't have a team below you, ladies, you have a team all around you. If you need photos of team within this Connect, Uplift, Empower team, steal them. That's your team. If you don't have them and you need to ask, we will send you some. Share the fun parts of Zyia. Share the trips, the possibilities. In my post, I say, heck yeah, I want you to join my team. This has changed my family's life 180 degrees. I love what I do, and then I just kind of share it within that post right there. I can't think of off the top of my head what I say, but I think what's most important is I like to build my team organically and authentically. And so I feel like I do that within my parties as well, which means starting on Sunday with my welcome to the party, we're going to get started tomorrow morning. The link's going to go live. I want you to know this week, if you ever think that you want to do what I do, let's chat. And that's it. Like, I am tossing out a sentence every single time I'm live. And it's not join my team, get this or that. It's, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm totally going live. Sorry, I'm late. Like, if like I'll say things like, oh my gosh, seriously, everyone can rep this brand. If I can do this, you can do this. Like I'm usually kind of a hot mess. And it's things like, if I can do this, you can do this. If you've ever thought about doing something like this, we can chat this week. Watch me this week. Just so you know, I do use a third-party scheduler. I tell people that. Just so you know, I use a third-party scheduler. So I'm going to hop on and I'll be able to answer questions and help you with sizing, fit, feel, ordering, and all those things. I'll hop on and do some lives throughout the week. But otherwise, you'll notice there's going to be a lot of posts that are dropping in right in front of you. I am not on Facebook all day long. There's no way I would want to be on my phone all day long. That's a third-party scheduler, and it is magic. Like it's those kinds of things where I talk about through the week about how I run my business. And so by the time I get to, that's like 5 times. By the time, 5 sentences, by the time I get to my post on Thursday, that way, if anyone's curious or has been intrigued, Thursday's post is not the first and it doesn't seem as aggressive. Does that make sense, Brittany?
Yes, thank you very much. That's very helpful.
You're welcome. Like I said, I'm like, I don't use scripts. I say the wrong things sometimes, often. Seriously, and I think the more that we are just like normal people, the more people can see that they can do it too. And so again, at some point in that week, verbalize, and you know what, if you ever think about getting a Zyia rep ID, we can chat. You could get a 25% discount, you could earn a little bit extra, or you could earn a lot of bit extra. You know, just something simple like that, which seems very, very normal. And it's kind of like, oh, they hear it different than I want you to join my team, because that seems really serious, right? Like, I'd love for you to join my team. I want you to be a Zyia rep. Those seem like really, really serious. But if you're talking about, oh my gosh, you guys, if I can do this, you can do this. Okay. Also, another thing that I mentioned throughout the week, which I feel helps with the joining the team, is I always mention, always, at least once, usually more than once, we don't carry inventory. Everything you see is mine. I mention at least once, I get my things free or half off because I am my own hostess all the time. So every time I'm doing a live, if I'm doing an outfit of the day and I'm sharing a sweatshirt, I will say, you know what, guys, remember, we don't carry inventory. So I saw this and I just thought, oh my gosh, I've got to have it. So I use my rewards. I love being able to get free and half price things. It's just a way of sharing in a natural way what we get as a rep. Okay. Any other questions? I do want to tell you too, as we wait and pause to see if anyone has any questions, I think it's so crucial. Write this down somewhere or remember it. People in sales, and especially people in direct sales, tend to overestimate where they are going to be in a year in this business. They overestimate, and they underestimate where they will be in 5 years, as long as they don't quit. And think about that. Have you ever thought, gosh, I thought I would be at this level. I thought I would promote by this time. If you want to get to the next level, we will help you get to the next level. If there's a problem, there's a solution. There is a way to get where you want to go, but we can't just post and pray or post and hope or sit and think. And trust me, I've been there. And so I know what that feels like. But we underestimate where we're going to be in 5 years. It's been 3 years almost. And I put in a ton of work and I've loved it along the way. It didn't happen overnight, but the great thing is we have a path to help you get to where you want to go. Just reach out, and ask people to help you. And with that said, there's really nothing new to say. We're not doing anything different than we did. We just have more tools to use now. We have more experience to share, to simplify it, but we can at least help get you back on that track to continue to move forward to get where you want to go. Any other questions before we wrap it up? Anyone? Hopefully this was helpful. Takeaways today: ask every single person that wears clothes. Everyone. Ask every single person that has given birth to anyone that wears clothes. The more people that we ask today, and we've said this in many ways throughout the years, but it holds true right now more than ever. The more people we ask today, the more yeses we're going to find, because Zyia has given us so much extra to give. But the more no's or non-answers we get, from November 12th to January 1st, it's going to give us enough time for that trust to settle in with the person that received that message, to believe that we were sincere. And January is going to have so many amazing things that we can share as well. Voice, 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 as much as you can, okay? If you send a message, like a voice message in Facebook Messenger, if it's someone I really, really want to open that message, if it's someone I really, really, really want to get in contact with, I might send them a text message and say, hey, Julie, I sent you a message in Facebook Messenger. I would love for you to take a listen. That way I'm catching them in both places, and I can at least make sure that if she wants to listen, she knows it's there. But any other questions? I think we will wrap it up otherwise. All right, guys. Well, thank you for hopping on. Thank you for hopping on. Have a super great Friday. PV shopping spree is crazy good. It might take some creativity and a little bit of work to sell, but all the sales are adding to your commissions. All the sales are people to follow up with. All the sales are people to ask to do parties. It's just the most amazing cycle. So thank you guys. Have a super great weekend. And I will chat with you later, okay? Bye.